Welcome to Game Devs Welcome back to Game Devs Play Games, where you can practice games and watch game design. Whatever. I'm just all over the place today. I did a little bit of touring just so we can get back to the important stuff. Because literally you just walk through a empty Hollow Bastion, because now there's not Heartless in here. So I'm going to talk to Aerith real quick.
Really hope this isn't making noise. I'm sorry if this is
Sora, you should read this. Read what? It's the rest of Ansem's report. Maleficent must have collected it. Oh, we should do an Ansem report episode.
What?
Like, we should do an Ansem report episode where actually read over all this, because it's a lot of backstory. It's a lot of backstory.
I thought you were going to say this is like, they do like a Resident Evil 7 kind of thing where you like play through the videotape. You know?
No. And then we'll talk to her a couple times. Ansem disappeared when this world fell to the darkness. It was believed he died defending people from the Heartless, but Ansem was the one who brought them here.
Oh shit, what an asshole.
And then Ansem waits in darkness, but there's a little light to protect you, Sora. And then I got Kiraga.
Interesting. So that was just hidden behind layers of dialogue.
You have to know. Yep.
You would think that she'd be like, hey, this is probably really important. You should have this. Also, let's talk about Ansem.
You're right.
This was once Ansem's castle. He was widely respected as a wise man. But darkness took him. He began experimenting with people's hearts. Some wise man. So much for suffering and ruin, and for what?
I remember if he gives me anything. I talked to him a couple times.
We thought this was Maleficent's doing, but she was just another puppet of the darkness.
I don't know why I read like asshole.
Just like Ansem. What?
I thought it was supposed to say jackass. Like.
The darkness is our real enemy, but how to beat it? Is Ansem a Disney character?
No.
Well, first things first. Let's purge every last Heartless we find.
Okay, I think that's it. Let me see first. Oh, whoops.
I won't use my real name.
Which is Squall.
I mean, I guess at least they are self-aware.
Yep, because Squall was a weird name. Squall Leonhardt. Leonhardt or Lionheart? No, I think it was
Lionheart.
Lionheart, yeah.
I could be wrong. I never played the game, so I don't know.
Oh, it's a game.
Ansem and Maleficent were both possessed by the darkness. You know, I just don't get it. What's so great about the darkness?
Sounds like a bit to like a joke.
They do believe in a thing called love, and
I believe in a thing called love. Okay, there's nothing else. So I know we're kind of just like,
we gotta get rid of the Heartless, Sora. Sora, we gotta get rid of the Heartless.
All right, you know what that means? So now we're going to go to the Gami sheep.
I apologize for singing on the show. Hey, we got a trophy.
There's a tournament being held at the Coliseum.
Oh my God.
The company's a lot tougher now, so be careful. We're not going to
Is that Sephiroth?
No, they've already had that. No, Sephiroth's already there. It's just, he's a special match. So that's going to be the Hades Cup, which is you fight everybody, basically.
Oh,
it's
damn.
Like, and it gives you, you like, so if you pass the first 10, you then don't have to go back, and if you lose,
it's like a checkpoint system.
Yeah, it's a checkpoint system. We won't do it though.
That's the ultimate endurance test.
I mean, unless you guys want to do it.
Shit. Well, I'll put a YouTube poll.
Yeah, I'll put a YouTube poll because
shout out to anyone that's been clicking on those buttons. You don't have to. I just put them up.
Ready to finish this game?
We're gonna beat the game this episode.
Nope. Again, don't know how many times I have to tell you that. That's not how this works. So
what a great gummy ship.
The only thing I don't like about there's a lot of things I don't like about gummy ships. What I don't like though with this specific loadout is I don't know when my missiles are ready again.
Oh, is there like a visual indication when they are normally? Like can you see the rocket launchers? And
no, because so here's the thing. I guess with none of the ones you know. But like with the original blast, it's just a blast that always works.
Oh.
So like, you know.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I guess that's the reason why you would use the smaller ones. I would have added more of the smaller ones on too, except the computer was like, you gotta upgrade your computer before you put more guns on. And I was like, well, I like lasers and I like rockets, so I'm just going with this.
Yeah.
Lasers are good though.
The lasers are good. The lasers are very good.
They're just not as like straightforward to use. Whoa, that's new.
We're not gonna
what
touch
the
those.
heck?
We're not gonna touch those. We're just.
Are those mines?
Are
they shooting at you?
No, they're shooting at me.
What is happening?
Yeah, they introduced a lot of new.
Star Fox, you changed, man. You know, that's one of the series I'll forever be a little sad that people didn't really care for, was when we played Star Fox Zero. Because I still really liked that one, but people hated that game.
Yeah, it was a game. You and I played that together, didn't we?
Yeah, we played it.
So it's the end of the world as we know it.
I hate
and
that song.
I feel fine. But I always think of that song when this is going on.
I know. Why
Top
did you?
Gun.
Oh, because you killed the things. I wonder if we weren't seeing those trophy notifications before. I think I had.
Sure.
Were we? I think I turned off notifications, but that might have just been for like messages and.
Yeah.
Whoa. Well, I guess we have had this like big opening sequence.
We have. It's just been a hot second
Yeah,
since
it's been
we've
a
been
while.
to
Gorsh.
I love Goof.
I do kind of like Goofy.
Those worlds will be restored if we beat Ansem, right?
Just love the mouth moving.
But if we do beat him, and all these worlds
At Phosphor, we call that
what's gonna happen to
oh,
these
what do we call it? Not puppet
and to
mouth.
us?
Shit. It's like fish mouth. Just like blah, 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 blah.
It just happens with like the humans though, because everyone else they have like
Mm-hmm.
Although I mean, you could just see the difference in just Kingdom Hearts 3, how much they're improving their look, their everything. I am hoping it's a good game.
I mean,
Yeah.
what it'll probably be is great. It will not meet some people's expectations, and they'll hate it, and they'll be like, it wasn't as good. And you know, it's the Half-Life 3 problem.
Yep.
You have a game that takes so long to make that by the time it releases, people kind of have like unrealistic expectations for it.
And that's what I'm aware of. But at the same time, what this game was smart about doing is it released other games. Yeah, this is where things are getting harder.
Yeah.
I need to start healing myself. I'm gonna die. This is where the game starts becoming kind of a nightmare. And these are called nightmares. I gotta go. I gotta move. Okay.
I mean, you still got 2/3 health.
No, if those things hit, no, but like you know how they did that little like fire thing. If those fire things hit me, haha, I die, basically. So I have to let them. Yep.
Gorsh.
But
as Wiseman once
you
said.
can roll out of them, which is nice. So it's easy to dodge. You just have to make sure you're dodging.
Just got focus.
And they're just so much stronger.
So they throw their swords in the ground, or is that them?
Oh geez,
What's with the ground swords? Oh, it is them.
That is them. Yep, that's them.
Okay. I was like, are they setting traps or?
Well, it's kind of like both. I mean, in a way, it's both.
That's true. Yeah,
There
that's
you go.
fair.
Again, I just need Ariora. If I set Ariora, I'm always set.
It really does work like a charm.
Dude,
You know, Ario or Ariora,
I pronounce it wrong.
the spell of like
The
you
wind.
know, deal damage to opponents that hurt me or touch me. It's clever in a game like this because it's set up so that
Goofy
you're
just
basically
got dodged.
always going to get hit by things. So you're just a sponge. You're a damage sponge. So
And that's what I'm good at being.
since there's no way to totally avoid a lot of attacks,
Yeah, you just sort of like.
it's a nice compromise of like, well, at least we can still be productive about getting damaged.
Yeah, right. You're like, all right, this isn't. Oh, he has got to stop doing that move.
This is another one of those types of attacks where it's like, just gotta wait it out. It can't hurt him until he's done. They seem to really like that.
They
in this
really
game.
do.
Why don't we have attacks like that? You know? You feel?
Yeah, right. Do Jaffiel.
Jaffiel. What is that from?
I don't know. So here's the thing about this. If I keep going off and getting all these, I'm going to keep getting absorbed into battles. But we're doing it.
Did you get the item though? Did you?
Do I ever?
Or does the battle start as soon as you open it?
The battle starts as soon as you open it. Oh, I did not mean to do that. That
see.
was a waste of my resources.
Well, you know, getting into these battles though is good grinding for.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And now that we're level 50, it's the shit's gonna get cray real quick.
Yeah, we're just gonna be at level 270 before we get to Ansem.
Oh, I didn't finish my thought when we were talking about the level curve before, but what I expect it probably is like, so level curves generally they're not exponential, but they have an exponential nature to them where it's like, if from level 1 to level 2 it takes 10 experience, just for sake of example, and then level 2 to 3 takes, you know, say like 15 experience. So it's not the same increments. It slowly takes more and more time to level up.
This is one of those weird places where you have to like
invisible walls.
It's invisible walls.
That's weird.
I don't get why games love invisible walls. I really... Oh, that's right.
I think there's a right and a wrong way to do it. Invisible walls are inherently better than invisible enemies, though.
Oh my God, yes. I mean, we've already discussed those guys, and like they're fun to beat. Like I've beat those like invisible guys before. They're just not always a blast and a half. Yeah. Oh yeah, I fight a behemoth. But we all know how to fight a behemoth, so
that's kind of cool, though.
Yeah.
It's like he was a boss, but now he's just a goon. Although he looks like a slightly weaker version.
Nope.
A tougher version?
Nope.
Just same. His health bar was a little bit lower, though, I think, than the last. It was like a half a bar lower.
Oh, you know, actually I think it might have been half a bar higher, because I think the pink bar was all the way filled.
Yeah, I can't see colors very well, so I have no idea.
You're just like, those are things.
Those are colors. I
do kind of like the design, the little blue flame kind of thing, you know. Oh.
He does look really cool. I like that. So yeah, I think with the level up system that we chose, where it's like it's easier to level up after level 50.
Yeah.
I expect what it instead is. So if it was like, you know, 10 experience points to level up and then 15 for the next level.
Right.
I expect it's more like 10 and then maybe like 13. And then,
right.
You know,
Exactly.
Before it would have been 20 for the next one, maybe that one is like 15. So it's like it's still increasing how much experience you need per level up, but it's lower.
But I think what it does is it lowers every time. So eventually I think it's going to be like normally it would take, you know, 3,000 experience. Now it's only going to take you 2,000 experience, you know? Because obviously we have to talk at a much lower
yeah. I mean, this is
higher level, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Referential.
Yeah, yep, those are words.
Statistics and referential and neutron stars.
With statistics in the space-time gap continuum. Like, what the hell are you talking about, dude?
Game design, obviously, get on our level.
Yeah, I do love behemoths. I do like this fight. I do love the style of like, I'm gonna hop on its back and I'm gonna attack it.
I'm not a huge fan of it, but it could be worse. It's like trying to be weak-ass Shadow of the Colossus.
Well, I mean, well, yes, but like, no. Super Mario. What's it called? Super Mario.
Can we play Shadow of the Colossus?
We can play Shadow of the Colossus.
The remaster one.
That game
looks so. It looks so beautiful. Have you ever played Shadow of the Colossus?
I've played bits and pieces of it. I was just never really great at it. Bless you. Well, I'm sure I wouldn't be too terrible at the game. I love it.
I'm sorry, I cut you off though.
Oh, it's okay. I had nothing.
We were talking about space-time continuum.
Yeah, we were talking about the space-time continuum. Well, like with Super Mario Odyssey, like that kind of did some Shadow of the Colossus things with the bunny when you had to like hop on the robot to attack it. You know the big bunny bot?
Yeah, that was more of just. I wouldn't call that Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah, no, you had to climb out. You had to climb up on it, and then that fight got me annoyed a couple of times. The little robot fight.
I didn't think it was that hard.
No, it wasn't that was hard. It was just like annoying.
Weak.
Yeah, that's it.
Wasn't there something that you could possess that would make that fight easier? I'm pretty sure there was. Maybe you did it wrong, Tony.
Maybe, but I know because that was an arena style fight. I don't know if there's anything to possess, or maybe there was something to possess.
There's almost always something to possess in
because like
the arena.
Because with that fight, that's where like you wore down their health, and then the robot would go on to a knee or whatever. You had to climb up it to then hit the person's pod.
Yeah, I remember that. I thought I remember possessing something. I don't know.
I think there's something you have to possess in order to get it to go down on its knee. Yeah.
Would people like to see us play Mario Odyssey? I really love Mario Odyssey.
Odyssey is an amazing game.
I think it's better designed than Breath of the Wild, but I still enjoy Breath of the Wild more because it's just more of my style.
That's fair. I enjoyed Mario Odyssey more.
And I saw a few videos just like get recommended to me from YouTube that were like people being like, Mario Odyssey is such a terribly designed game. Why does anyone like it? I'm like, really? How could you make that argument?
You gotta kill these things fast. These little guys are annoying. I gotta move.
They're like little wine stoppers.
Yeah, no, they're far worse than little wine stoppers.
Or if I want to stay on theme from earlier conversations, they're like butt plugs.
Butt plugs.
Oh, that was Doki Doki.
That was Doki Doki, though. Yeah, well, I don't think we bring up doing Kingdom Hearts.
Go watch Doki Doki.
That's a weird game to bring up butt plugs in. So Disney Square Enix butt plugs.
Listen, man.
These
I got nothing.
These little angel dudes are intense.
They look pretty nice.
They're cool looking.
Like, we just want to fly around for a little bit.
We just want to make
Jiggle our
friends.
little rings. What's up, Sora? Here's a glowy thing for you. I'm sorry if that hurt.
You know what, though? I think they all need to have, like, one wing.
Well, why?
The dramatic Final Fantasy.
in the dramatic. And that's not even like normal Final Fantasy either, though. That's like what they added in when they tried to make Sephiroth look cooler.
That's true. It's like Final Fantasy in its angsty years. They're like,
they're so angsty. And that's why I like, that's why I love.
You just pushed your mic away from me.
No, I just moved it. It was over here, so I went like this. Yeah. It's that's
Maybe
closer
you're right.
to my face. See how, there, now
there
it's
you
right
go.
in the
Perfect.
center.
Look, man, I don't make the rules.
Golly,
Right?
yeah, this whole episode is just gonna be us like getting to like.
Hey, we've covered some important ground. We talked about butt plugs. We talked about space-time continuum.
Yeah, talk about Super Mario Odyssey. It's Super Mario Odyssey, right? It's not just Mario Odyssey.
It is Super Mario Odyssey.
That's what I thought.
But for real though, we'll play that on the show. We almost did actually.
Didn't you and Nathan almost play it?
Yeah, in typical Nathan fashion though, that by the time we would have been able to play it, he was like, I don't think people care about Super Mario Odyssey anymore.
I don't think people ever stop caring about Super Mario Odyssey.
That's sort of my argument with Nathan. He's like, it's no longer on the hype train. I'm like, Nathan, you're stupid. Just people want to see what they want.
They just released that Luigi balloon level now.
I know, I'm so excited about that.
Is that DLC or is that like free?
I think it's free DLC.
Oh, cool. I'll have to get that.
I could be wrong. I mean, I'll buy it because like
It's Mario.
I'm way into that.
Dude, well, Odyssey is just a great game, man. It's just
This last year, I really, I think found out how much I love Mario. I always thought that I was more of a Zelda boy, which like, don't get me wrong, Zelda A Link to the Past is still one of my favorite games.
Oh, it's an
my
amazing
top
game.
3.
It's a wonderful game.
And Zelda
It's like garbage.
has a,
I'm kidding.
has a
Totally kidding.
deeper history with me than most other games. But I've really come to realize how much I actually love Mario. Like, I always knew I enjoyed Mario tremendously, but like I took a look at all of the nerd shit that I buy, and I'm like, I have a lot of Mario paraphernalia. Like, I've got a lot of Mario t-shirts. I'm wearing one right now. I have a Mario pillow. I have little Mario doodads. I'm just like, I think I like Mario more than I realized.
Okay, so now I have to remember how to get over there. There we go.
Well, we're at time for this episode anyway, so you can,
Well, all right.
you can gather that stuff off cam if you want.
Oh yeah, sure. I guess people need to watch me fight more fights.
I mean, it's all pretty much the same,
Yeah,
right?
it's literally all the same.
Question of the day: Do you like it when Tony does this stuff off cam, or do you hate it?
Or do you absolutely love it because you're like, good, I don't have to hear that guy talk? Because that's how I feel.
Question of the day, though, we'll make this one a little bit more interesting. How would you design an invisible wall labyrinth or maze? Or,
Yeah, I like that. A little challenge. It's been a hot second to a challenge of the day.
I'll actually make that a little bit more general. How would you design a challenge with invisible walls?
Like that. All right. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please hit that like button, and we'll see you guys in the next episode of Kingdom Hearts.
Bye.
See you guys later.